Hi, welcome everybody to the Poster Drop. This is a new episode, and you see already this week's guest over here. It's Kevin Wilson, aka Abe Meets Girl. And later on, we will have James obviously here for some good old release talk. But now we're going to jump into Kevin's really cool Star Wars release. Kevin, how's everything, by the way?
Hey, Tom. Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
You had a great couple of weeks. I mean, you've been releasing. I mean, a couple of weeks back, you had the Ghostbusters, and you had the soundtrack for the Muppets, and then now this Star Wars timed edition. And yeah, people might have seen it for May the 4th. And these are the three prints we are talking about for the regular edition. And then we had three black and white versions or grayscale versions for the 450 each. Also to know is that the set is 12 by 24 inches in each version, and these are some impeccable Star Wars pieces, I would say, with some really cool title treatment, because you could use some very original titles. First question that comes with these prints is that you chose because I don't know. I don't know if I would say Empire Strikes Back is the Yoda movie for me, but in some weird way it is. But I would rather connect it with Vader here. But you chose it the other way around here to have that. Obviously, I mean, Yoda, spoiler alert, dies in return. But so why was it, or what was the choice for the composition here?
Okay, so fun enough, I was only talking to James about this recently, about how this came about, and weirdly, because these came about because of the Muppet movie vinyl.
Okay.
That came out the week before.
Yeah.
And yet weirdly they were done a long time apart. The Muppet movie vinyl I did last summer, the artwork, whereas these I did at the very beginning of this year. But it was working on the Muppet movie vinyl with Kermit in the swamp, and working on that. And as I was doing that, I just kept thinking, oh, I really want to do this. Just makes me want to do Yoda. Yeah, I just really want to do Yoda. I just want to do a portrait of Yoda in the swamp, because it just had a very similar vibe to the Kermit in the swamp that I'd done. So it was really off the back of that, and then talking with Bottleneck about doing some Star Wars pieces, and I said, well, I've got an idea for one piece. I just want to do a cool piece of Yoda in the swamp, and then from that came the idea of doing a series, not a series of posters for each film so much, but I was thinking of a series that focused on characters in isolation. So Yoda in isolation in the swamp, Luke effectively in isolation, on Tatooine, especially after his family, he's left without his aunt and uncle.
Is that before or after the scene that we're seeing?
Sorry, Tom?
Is that before or after they died?
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, both effectively. I mean, he was isolated somewhat with no parents, and then isolated even more when his adopted parents are gone.
But is that scene? Did you like what? Or is there no? Did you not choose a point in time in the movie where this scene or where your version of this takes place? Because I can't recall if
not
we
specifically.
See that way. Yeah. Okay.
No, not specifically. No, just I just wanted to show him, like I said, in isolation on Tatooine, with the sunsets, just going for mood and atmosphere. And then I was playing around with Rey for a while on Jakku.
Okay.
Got some way. There's another piece I did which we didn't release with Rey.
I thought there's going to be a set in the future, another one.
Maybe we'll see. So we might do something with that one day. But and I was playing around with Obi-Wan for a while as well, but
Hmm.
it was turning into free desert pieces
But hey,
and the swamp. And
I mean,
you
With Kenobi on the horizon, you can do that.
again, maybe one day. So I knew I had Luke, I had Yoda, and decided, at that stage that this we should actually do this as an original trilogy set. So I was then playing around with the Emperor for a while, but
Mhm.
again chatting with Bottleneck, what do we think is going to work well here, and decided to go with Vader, and I didn't want to go with the obvious scene, so I went with the very opening scene, where he steps off of the Imperial shuttle
Mhm.
uh, onto the Death Star. So yeah, so it's all thanks to Kermit, really.
Hey, I mean, we got all those memes where he's on the dark side, right? With the hood. So that works. But yeah, so thank you, Kermit, that we could have these. And could you walk us through your process in terms of how did you treat like a single piece in terms of working on it, and what's your process?
Yeah, sure. I think you've got some images
Yeah,
there for
I'll
the
pull them up. I'll pull them up.
for the Yoda piece. So yeah, I mean, so I always start with a very loose sketch.
Mhm.
Typically the
Is that
backwards and forwards.
is that already a
That's
loose
yeah,
sketch here?
that's that one there. Yeah. So typically the backwards and forwards process, of approvals,
Mhm.
you know, is very much a backwards and forwards process. So I don't waste too much time on an initial sketch. They'll just be sort of 20, 30 minutes just getting something together and getting a composition together to give an idea.
I mean, that looks
Uh,
already half finished
but
for
yeah, I
me.
mean, and they didn't. Yeah, they didn't. The approvals on this have been a breeze, to be honest.
Mm.
They, apart from a couple of very minor tweaks at that stage,
Mhm.
just getting proportions more than anything correct. Um, there was very few changes I had to make. In
Mhm.
fact, after this stage, when I went to final art, there was nothing to change from that point on.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I'll basically then work from back to front or front to back. In this case, back to front, and just build it up
Mhm.
very
How
gradually.
how annoying was it to draw all these foliage jungle stuff with all its details?
No, no, it's not. It's cool. I just get in there with a brush and just find the shapes and find the shapes as I'm going. I just get in the zone and
Mm. Is it always that you split off like certain parts that you do, or is that like even a one go, or how is the situation here?
I now my process now is I'll always build up from back to front or front to back, as I said.
Hmm.
Uh, the main reason I do that is I found it speeds up my process.
Okay,
If I
okay.
didn't do that, and before that I would have still worked in layers, but I would have painted an entire background in there covering the
Mm.
whole composition,
Mm.
and then I would have worked on Yoda.
Oh,
But
okay.
if I look at that now and I think, well, hang on, the trees and the roots and Yoda, take up over 50% of that composition. Well, I don't need to paint 50% of that background behind it, so it just
Yeah.
speeds up my process, blocking it out, and
Hmm.
I just paint what I need to paint rather than
Yeah.
and not more than I need to. Yeah.
Hmm. What was the choice on the basically like mini frame, like this border that goes around it?
Yeah, I didn't intend to have that in the first place. We went with the black border on the variant,
Hmm.
just to give us some differentiation
Yeah.
from the reg.
Hmm.
Uh, I didn't have a border on the regs at
Hmm.
first, but just the title. And I can't say exactly why I did it, but when I did it, it just felt right.
Mm.
It was subtle enough that it doesn't. intrude, but it just kind of just, in my opinion, just grounded the whole piece and tied the title in.
Yeah.
This isn't a full-blown poster. We haven't got credits and everything like that. So it is more of an art print with a title. But I think the board had just tied the title and the art together.
Okay. And is there also like a bigger version of this? Because I could imagine, I mean, looking at, for example, at this episode 4 piece, I mean, we only see just a little bit, but did you actually finish the Skywalker Ranch here in this kind of style? Or was there more to it? Is there a bigger version?
No, there isn't. No. Like I said, I'll get the composition, 99% of the way there in the rough. And once that's approved, that's what I'll work to, if I was to then, after getting the rough approved, if I was to go too far away from that rough, then we have to start the whole approval process all over again. So,
okay.
No, so yeah, very much just stuck to, what they'd approved. Again, just for a time efficiency, I never or rarely paint more than I need to. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, got to be efficient. But as
exactly
we can see in your background, there's a lot of Star Wars memorabilia, and so you must be a big Star Wars fan. Are you not sometimes doing it like for yourself, like to do some more?
Yeah, I and again, after working on Kermit and deciding I wanted to do a Yoda in the swamp, I had every intention of doing Yoda in the swamp entirely just for myself. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if I can release it and make it worthwhile, then
of course,
then even better. Yeah. So Yoda would have been. I would have always done Yoda in the swamp anyway, and he would have just ended up on the wall here. But so I was able to.
I mean,
to release it.
This is a question for another podcast. But how many of your own that we don't know about are up there?
Oh, none. I mean, first of all, I don't tend to hang my own work.
But I thought if you do it like basically for yourself, not for the people out there, to have it up.
Yeah.
Not even that.
No, I don't hang my own work, and I very rarely do that and do anything for myself. Yeah, that was the first time that's really come about.
Oh, okay.
But no, I don't. I hang others' work, not my own. If the only time I ever hang my own work is if it's been signed, something like that. I've got a piece signed by Stan Lee and a piece signed by Dick Van Dyke, and things like that. To me, those are sort of like seals of approval.
Yeah. How's your partner on that? Or do you have a partner?
Yeah. My wife, no, she's fine with it. Yeah.
She doesn't want your art up.
She does. She wants it up more than I do. But at the same time, she wants others. She wants Tom Whalen and Craig Drake up more than she wants mine.
I see how it is. Coming back real quick to the timed edition. Do you know like roundabout numbers what the timed edition turned out to be?
Yeah, I can't remember the exact numbers, but they were roughly around 450 that they ended on. With Vader being very slightly less than the other two, maybe around 440. So I can't remember the exact figures, but yeah, they're around there.
So we got some Vader haters out there, not buying all the Vaders that they can. But
Yoda did slightly better than Luke. But.
Yeah, is that also your favorite personally in terms of these three?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Yoda's always been one of my favorites. My favorite characters in Star Wars are never the human characters. They're always the puppets.
Makes sense with all the Muppet stuff you do. So
I hadn't thought about it that way.
And is Empire Strikes Back also your favorite Star Wars movie from the trilogy, or what's your favorite?
From the trilogy, I always feel like I have to say yes to Empire because that's that's what everybody says. But I've really got a soft spot for Return of the Jedi.
Oh, I figured you're gonna say that.
It's Jabba's palace.
Yeah, I
I,
know, I know. That's
there's
always
something.
what got
There's
me as well.
something. Those scenes, the cantina, Jabba's palace, even Maz's castle in Force Awakens.
Hmm.
Those scenes where you've got the otherworldly music
Hmm.
and this
Space jazz, isn't it
just
called space jazz? Oh, jizz.
yeah,
It's called jizz.
jizz, yeah, and all of the scum and villainy, just this who's who of weird and wonderful creatures. Yeah, those scenes are always my favorite, and I think Jabba's palace uh, is the best of those.
Mm, I get it.
Before the special editions.
I guess. So how are you on Book of Boba Fett? Going back to the palace.
Next question.
Okay. I got it. Okay. So
Not as excited now as I was before it came out.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you know, I didn't hate Book of Boba Fett. There was parts of it that I didn't like, and there was parts of it I absolutely loved. I was just disappointed that we didn't get more of the palace.
Yeah, that would have been, and I think more of a badass Boba. That would have been my wish here. But hey, you can always dream, I guess. Alrighty, bud. I think I don't need to ask how you would rate the trilogy, but I guess it's a 10 out of 10 for the both of us. And
oh yes.
So I'm not going to ask you that boring question, but what's going to be in the future? Is there sequel pieces for this one? Is there maybe the prequel trilogy in there, or is there anything planned? Do you have anything planned for yourself?
So I definitely hope to follow this up. I hope to continue this series. Whether we go sequel, prequel, I don't know. Part of me isn't finished with the original trilogy yet, and maybe we just
maybe
get some Han and some Leia and some Boba Fett.
Just want to say, speak it into existence. What do you want to do? Let's talk about it.
Han, Leia, Boba Fett.
All right.
Yeah.
In a similar style, or what are we talking?
Yeah. Let's do 3 more. And then let's do 3 more after that.
All right, there we go.
So on and so on.
Bottleneck, you heard it here. Fans, you heard it here as well.
So
hashtag Kevin does Star Wars.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. But yeah, I've got lots more in the pipeline with elsewhere.
That sounds good.
I'm not sure how much of it I can talk about.
It's all good. It's all good. I know the deal. Off camera,
yeah,
there can be said a little bit more, but I know I know the deal that we're doing here on air. But yeah, Kevin, thank you so much for stopping by and talking us through the Star Wars OG series here. And good luck with getting the others approved, that we can see some Han, Leia, and Boba in the future. And now we will move over to James and talk some more releases, and he will definitely approve this one. I got a good feeling about this.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, this is James we're talking about.
Yeah, he's tough crowd. I know. But thank you again, guys, and keep watching for the releases. And here we are. Mr. James Hobson is here, live from his kitchen. James, what's wrong with the office? Is it flooded? Too many cats? What is it?
Too many cats. No, I have computer issues, and the lighting is better in the kitchen, so any excuse to get myself some better lighting.
Oh, I see. But yeah, so speaking of some really cool lighting that you've seen in those great Star Wars pieces that I just talked with Kevin about, is that approved? Because I asked him, but didn't. Yeah.
I'll approve Yoda.
All right, so I mean, there's at least one approve. I'll take that. And on this note, by the way, most people said 6 to 9 approvals.
Oh right, okay, that's quite high, isn't it?
We got number 1. Yeah, we will see.
Could be influencing me with how many they've said. But I'll be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Be honest. You do you. It's about the people guessing. It's a guessing game. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Let's
All
go.
right. All right, then let's get into it and start with our first piece by Angel Trancon. And he did this Aliens piece for Alien Day, April 27th, I think it is, or the 26th.
426.
I don't know.
I think it's 26.
One of these days, right?
LV 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
26.
Alien Day. Exactly. And he did this really interesting piece, digital release, and glad that James took a screenshot with the iPad because we can see the buttons in the back and in the bottom there, the 3 dots. Or is that not you?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah. Oh, the piece, those 3 dots.
Yeah, you see that? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, yeah. I do.
And then he cut. And then
AMP logo.
I just
though.
want to see. He cut off
Sorry.
the AMP logo. Just want to say that. So thank you again, AMP, for helping us with some of the releases so we can see everything. Shout out on this end. Also, I really like this piece. It's really creative and got the. I think I like this U.S. flag kind of thing where the alien busts through. I think looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, this has given me an idea for a piece of my own, actually.
Alien or something else?
It's not Aliens, no. It's for another film, which I might explore later in the year.
Is it gonna be Rocky screaming for Adrian? Adrian.
No.
Yeah, okay. By the way, before I forget, because it's kind of a birthday with aliens, happy birthday to Mark Bell. His birthday was yesterday, and he's a good friend of the show, and he turned in a really great piece for the Film on Canvas book. So keep an eye out for some more on this kind of thing in the future. And yeah, happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark. He has a release with us, More Art as well, which people will be able to see pretty soon.
On this show?
On this show and another YouTube streaming.
Oh, okay. I see.
With a blue hedgehog.
With a blue hedgehog? Oh my god. So you teased us a little bit.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Then let's move over to Anne Bambi's next piece, The Crow. It was released in print groups, and I think this one looks pretty cool. And I think the realistic drawing style of Anne Bambi is crazy in this one. I like the leather jacket by itself. It looks so perfectly fitting.
I like the lighting.
Yeah.
On all the coloring and paper and stuff. It's a good mood,
Yep. Very cool piece.
Yep.
Indeed. All right, next up, are you gonna do? Can you do something? Do you have that in front of you, or is that? I don't know about your computer situation.
Yeah, sure. I'll try and do something. This one is one of my favorites from the last couple of weeks by Ashraf Omar. Just that typography is so good. It's like that wins typography of the year already.
All right.
I don't know. No, it's really cool. It's a good post on its own, but yeah, the type is awesome.
That's very cool indeed. Yeah, I've not seen this. I might have overseen this, but yeah, this is a really cool piece, especially typography, as you mentioned. It looks great.
Yeah, approved.
Oh, there it is, people. Where is the proof stamp? There it is. I need to fix something here. So now we get the proof here. Boom. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to move the text over. Otherwise, the text would have been above the stamp. But yeah. By the way, people, let us know how you like our new typography from the drop logo and everything else you see here. The big redesign of everything. Thank you to Flory for that, and we will talk about Flory a little bit later. But yeah, this is really, really thankful, and I'm happy that we found another way to elevate this podcast.
Yes, what Tom said.
Alrighty. Then moving over to Mr. Brian Jack Ferris with the Stepford Wives, something I have not seen before a poster for, but that's why I think I included it, and I think it looks pretty cool. with the lighting, the kind of drawing, and then the AI electronics, robotic stuff in there. It looks really cool.
Yes, I like the typography.
Mm-hmm.
Who did this?
Brian Jack Ferris is the name.
Oh, well, it seems like they have studied, or in some way, like graphic design.
At some point, yeah.
Well, no, that they've like used columns. So, yeah, good. I really appreciate the graphic design in this one. I think it's really strong.
All right, thank you very much. And next up is Mrs. Martin Courtney, aka Courtney, and she did a Doctor Strange piece for the Multiverse of Madness. And yeah, I think this turned out really well. I like the colors in this one, and the 3 versions of Strange having Jesus Scarlet in there, flying down from the heavens.
Massive spoiler for the film.
Jesus Scarlet.
Yeah, the Jesus Scarlet.
Yeah. Baby Jesus Scarlet.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. What are your thoughts? Spoiler alert, people.
No, I thought it was great. I had a really fun time.
Are we talking grade, or like what's your rating?
Oh, bloody hell! It's just, I don't mean, it's one of the masterpieces. Like, it's great. It was, it was great fun.
It was a good time.
I had a good time.
Are we talking like 8, 7, 6, 5?
8. I had a really fun time there.
Oh, you're on par with Mr. Ferguson there.
Okay. Yeah.
We had a big discussion about it in our Facebook group, and with James Henshaw and Matt, and it was like, I think this movie is just weird. I'm not feeling it, and every time I talk about it, think about it, it gets worse for me.
Oh no. One of my friends came out of the cinema last night and messaged me and said, "That was really bad, right?"
Understandably so. I mean, it was script-wise, it was convoluted and like a little bit of a mess. And
it's a really simple script, or
but it has ideas that don't go together. That don't go together with the cinematic universe language. And I think especially the whole Wanda bit doesn't work.
Oh, okay. We'll agree to disagree.
It's basically here it is basically. Oh, I got this book. I'm reading first page. Oh, now I'm a bad guy. I'm gonna fuck everybody up.
No,
that's what it is like. What is it like? What it boils down to. The book makes her bad, but
great.
That's lazy writing.
She wasn't good in her own series.
But she understood and came to terms at the end of the series. That's what I'm saying, and that's the whole problem.
Shows that she actually didn't. There's been a little bit of time passed, and
yeah, but we never see that. We never hear about it. It's just established she's bad right away. It's like there's no it's basically, imagine this, having Spider-Man just reading a book, and then and next time we see him, he's a bad guy. Like, how do you explain this?
More, Tom. I think there's more to turning bad than opening a page of the book. It goes and it explains the pain that she went through, and her blind desire to have children back, and she'll do
the children that never existed, and she comes to terms with that she grieves the loss of vision, and automatically it would be understandable by basically keeping him alive via magic and creating kids with that is basically on the same level. Not the same level of love, obviously, but it's on the same level of how they come about. Don't you think so? And by the way, if she wanted kids, how about you try in vitro pregnancy? How about you try adopting? How about you put some magic maybe in your when you get the in vitro pregnancy, put some magic in it, you will have the same kids. Who knows? How about you try to do the same thing you did before? Not just go to a different universe and kidnap children.
Oh my word. It's a comic book film, Tom.
I know, but like make it realistic. It doesn't make sense story-wise for me.
Yeah, make comic book films realistic.
Not more realistic, I said. But I mean, for me, it's lazy writing. It's like that doesn't make sense to me.
Like it comes from a place with it's Sam Raimi. Like it.
But he didn't write it.
No, but I'm sure he would have had a say when the directors changed.
But I mean,
there's like bits of the plot probably put in place for his visuals, and it's just super fun, super playful.
But then I don't know. Take Morgan Le Fay. Take her. She's part of comic book world. Take her as a witch and do that and make it a movie. Not use something that doesn't make sense. For me, it was like, what? Why is Wanda doing this? That doesn't make sense at all.
Oh, I accepted like her as her pursuit of her kids and how that's turned her into this driven. And
then we have like weird scenes. This is called Multiverse of Madness. I don't get that. There's no multiverse. We get one world. That's it. And we have a cool scene that lasts for a minute and have 10 seconds each in this world. I want more of that. Why not go like every?
I think that's the problem. In the trailers, it showed them going through multiple multiverses, and people.
And that's what was advertised.
Thought, that's going to be throughout the film. We're going to visit all these different places.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That's what's in people's heads. Like, it's not for the filmmaker to do exactly what people think in their heads.
Of course, but then why call it Multiverse of Madness? Then we don't need that.
Because it involves multiverses.
On a broader scale. But I mean, I'm sorry, you probably haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet, but they do it the right way. They have a multiverse of madness in kind of sense, but not, but they have an actual multiverse. Here we have just one world that is different. And also, why is this world called 616? When it's the comic book world and should be a comic book style to the 616 world, and this actual Marvel Cinematic Universe world should be called 61, I don't know, whatever.
Go and take this to Twitter because it's just people wanting things exactly the way they want them in their head, and because it doesn't happen, they think it's shit.
I don't think it's shit, but I think it's not as good as it could be.
In your head.
No, I think it's if you look at it objectively from a filming standpoint, it's not good. It does a lot of things that opens a lot of doors. It's convoluted. It's not written very well. It has some jokes in it, especially the music scene everybody is all about, like with the notes. Why have music in there and then have background music on top? It undercuts the music you put in there as a weapon. So why do that? That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, but you can talk about however you want it, but it doesn't make sense. It undercuts the whole scene.
There were notes incorporated into the score that were from.
I know, but they had background music on top of the music, like behind the music. I'm sorry. If you have the theme and then you have background music behind the theme, it doesn't make sense.
The action and then incorporated into that are the notes that.
It undercuts the whole scene. It is the whole point of this.
Not for me. I thought it was really fun. I thought it was great.
Didn't work at all for me.
Well, there you go. That's for you. It doesn't mean it's like.
True indeed, but.
Bad.
But yeah, it didn't work for me, and for me it's on a lower scale of things, but oh well.
That's all right.
Okay, moving on. Sorry for the little strange breakout here. Chris Barnes doing a really, really creative and different X poster for the Ty West movie, which is some sort of cult hit because I've seen a lot of posters for it and people really liking it so far. I thought it was okay, but yeah.
What was your score for Multiverse of Madness?
Multiverse of Madness, initially it was a 7 for Mom on Mother's Day. But yeah, it was a 7, but I think every time I talk about it, it goes down for me. I think I'm a 6.5, 6 right now.
it's still pretty good, isn't it? Still, it's a good movie.
Okay.
Whatever. I was really glad to see something different.
But it wasn't different. It was formulaic like all the others. It was boring.
I don't know what you watched, man.
See, I'm sorry that we're not
so
talking about Chris Barnes' piece
like,
here.
New
But
little bits that were added into the MCU.
I wanted something deeper, and they had the chance to do something deeper. I mean, Wonder Vision was deep. They did something different with that.
We've had that, and if you want something deeper, go back to Wonder Vision.
But why not do the same again? I mean, why not? Why do the same again? I'm sorry, this way around. So if you do basically, oh, I'm grieving my husband, I want him back, and I'm creating this. Oh, I'm Wonder again, and now I'm grieving my kids, and I want my kids back. Why?
Because that's her character.
That's her character? Okay.
It is now.
Let's move on.
Oh, man.
We need to talk about this off air. But yeah. Chris Barnes for his movie X. James, how do you like this piece?
I haven't seen X, but this is what's going on?
It's a slasher movie about the porn industry.
Right. Okay. There's floating people, and they're sort of floating. I don't know, man.
I like the style in terms of like the illustration style, and I like that it is a landscape poster, and I like that all the elements from the movie are kind of included and gives us a kind of Hollywood vibe that comes with the porn scene from I think 80s, 70s, late 70s, and that.
Okay. Well, that explains people floating in like in the middle of stuff. If it's
of course not, but
in the 80s or 70s or whatever, then.
Oh, you mean in style?
That kind of style was around, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the movie plays in time wise.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoyed this one.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Nice painting style.
Okay. Next up, Edgar Asensao, Tremors. Giving you the tremors in form of a tremor.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty cool with like those two halves and yeah.
Yeah, it's a good concept. Crikey. I'm just no, I like 90% of the piece I really like. I don't understand why the text is white at the top. You can't see it on the cream.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm not sure about the title treatment. I don't know if that's an official title treatment.
It looks like pasted on, basically. Yeah, that could have been maybe if somebody would have done that, as in.
Even if it was like done in the Tremors style, with like the serigraph or whatever it is.
Yeah. That would have been fun.
But no, the actual like painting itself is really lovely, really good style, and the concept's awesome. It's just those two little things, you know. If someone gave you that artwork, you're like, there's only two things here that
elevated to greatness.
Well, yeah, it's just it's two really simple things as well.
Yeah. Alrighty. Some more Strange by Mr. Flory. And this is a very clever piece, and we want more of this, I guess. But it's only a drawing, like a tribute after seeing the movie.
Yeah, it was cool. It's a really neat idea. It's a really neat visual idea that, you know, maybe could have been turned into a poster. But it's good that it's inspired something like that. You know, after watching the film.
Yep, that's a very cool idea. I like that a lot.
Very cool. Very.
Is it approved or not? By the way, remember the approvals. If you have to approve, you don't have to, but remember to approve if you think.
I really do like this, but I don't know if I can approve something that's not a poster. Is that allowed?
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you approve or not of the artwork, not of the poster.
Yeah, I approve. I approve this. It was a really.
Boom. Number 3, I think.
Neat little thing that like popped up on my feed, and I was like, "Oh, that's really clever."
All right.
I was like, "Oh, that's really clever."
Moving on to Elden Ring by Hayam Caceres. And I since I played Elden Ring, I had a good time, but still not finished because it's like a game that you play forever, and all the like funny little elements are in there, and like the big baddies.
Is
And
it too hard for you, Tom? Is that what you're saying?
no, I just don't have time doing this podcast, grading papers, talking about movies on end, and you know how this works.
Don't buy the game then.
Yeah, I thought I would finish it earlier, but I just didn't have the time.
It's all right, dude. No pressure.
I wanted to like finish it in my on my spring break, but nope.
You're a busy guy.
Indeed. All right. Next up is our friend Lucas Tuttrol, and he did an Obi-Wan Kenobi piece for the TV show. Puts Obi Kenobi up in the front and Tatooine in the back. Gives me a Western vibe when I look at like Western poster vibe when I look at the clouds and stuff like that, and I think I'm excited for this TV show.
Yeah. I am super excited for the TV show. That's my big thing that I'm looking forward to more than anything else. Apart from everything, everywhere, all at once.
All right,
Which I still haven't seen.
Clever there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And some more Kenobi by Nada Makhtari with her Kenobi piece, giving you the geometric shapes you want in pieces like that. So yeah, May 27th, 2 episodes, people. There was an event yesterday. I was invited. Marvel Germany. Missed opportunity, man.
Damn.
Yeah, everybody was here. Hayden, Ewan.
My mate Hayden.
Yeah, everybody was here from the show. It was crazy cool. And I was like, where was my invite, people?
Was there a preview or anything? Or
Yeah.
Like first 2 episodes?
Probably.
Oh, Tom.
And then
No
the thing is,
me.
the thing with these events is that I don't have the TikTok crowd, so I'm not getting invited. Like,
Oh,
why? But why would I
Use
invite?
the platform onto TikTok.
Yeah, why would I invite somebody like who has like millions of TikTok followers but don't know shit about Star Wars and Kenobi?
Because that's how marketing works.
I know, but it's ridiculous.
It's all about numbers.
I get the point,
like.
but like, this is why I hate. Like, then people go there and it's like they watch something, and only because they get invited to these events and have like, I don't know, agreement with Disney or whatever, and then they say, oh yeah, this is the greatest stuff ever. This is so cool. I'm so happy that I could be here and watch this. This is the best. Blah blah blah. And then actually,
did you hear?
Actually, it's like super shit, and then they just have to say it because they were hired and want to go to the next event because
They want to go more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like ridiculous. And then
At times, isn't it?
say the truth or just don't say anything at all.
Don't say anything at all. Make a video and just be like.
So
They send out these packs to like influencers and like boxes of stuff. Do you ever get any of those?
no, not yet. Maybe at some point, but I guess I'm not a full-time influencer, I guess.
Oh, is that your dream?
No. I just want to get invited to events.
You need to do dancing on TikTok,
I
Tom.
guess so.
TikTok Tom. There you go.
By the way,
TikTok drop Tom.
there's a drop on TikTok, but I haven't posted anything.
Oh, get on there. You can post a compilation of all the approvals,
Yeah, a lot.
and you can dance at the end.
By the way, since I do this Indian film podcast and like reviews and trailer reactions and stuff like that, it's called Masala Crowd. Thanks to James for making the very cool title treatment. And this is a thing, and I'm learning the hook dance from RRR, the hit sensation from India, and I'm trying to do that at some point.
You do it now.
I can only do the beginning. I'm not that far yet.
Okay, there you go then. Do it. Beginning now.
I have a video somewhere.
Monkey.
I might post it. If a lot of people comment and watch and like this video, I will post me doing the first part of the hook dance from RRR.
Cool. Commit.
Yep. Okay.
Come on, people. Comments.
Michael Sapienza, the
You
Batman.
comment dance monkey. Like, if we get how many? 5 people saying dance monkey?
No, It has
Yeah.
to be at least 50 likes on the video, and 10 comments on
Yeah, we're
content in the video, and maybe a share, 5 shares that I don't share to some group.
Yeah. All right.
All right, then next up, Michael Sapienza, the Batman. I thought you might like this one since you liked the last question mark Batman poster.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of question marks. rather than
Yeah, man, pigeon, fish, question mark.
fish, pigeons, and question marks.
It's your
Wow, what a
little,
dream post.
your fetish.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this takes me back.
Back in the day.
To like alternative movie posters from sort of like 5 years ago when everyone was doing that minimalism style.
Yeah, shout out to Eileen. Thank you, Eileen, for keeping it alive.
There you go. Minimal Queen. Yeah, it's done very nicely.
Okay, James, we need to hurry up a little bit here because we talked so much about Strange and argued.
It's not my fault.
I know it's not mine either, but we've spent like almost 30 minutes.
All right.
Okay, Sam Gilby, Halloween, here we go. This is a great piece. It's been in a bit of book, and yeah, Sam did turn out a really cool piece. And yeah, there's a couple others that are also really mention worthy, but I couldn't fit in everything. So Sam has to be a stand-in for all the cool artwork. For example, by George Gray and Amas Banzal. I don't know where the A goes here, but he's been around a bunch of times. Yeah.
Just go take a look on in the book or on the Miyoka.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Miyoka is doing that.
Like, they are selling prints.
Indeed. So if you like your Halloween stuff, go over there.
Yeah.
Okay, also some Halloween-worthy poster is this Northman piece by Santeri Lohi. I think it's a Finnish name. And yeah, this one is pretty dope, I think. You cannot really tell that it's Alexander Skarsgård, but I like the wolf mask kind of in there, like the tree of life in Norse mythology, and also the spine and like skeleton to that. I think.
Hurry up!
What's that?
Hurry up!
I'm hurrying up, but I want to give it the proper time, not just our like talking. We need.
Oh.
You know, this is the time when people turn on the podcast to like ×2 or 0.5, 1.5, you know?
That's just every week.
So I just talk fast so they don't have to do that.
Mm.
But yeah, moving on. Stephen Campanella. Did we share that? Or did we see that before, the Book of Boba Fett? I don't know. I don't think so. I think we saw something similar, but this one is pretty cool. I like the weird colorway on it and like the different, like the vibe, but keeping it like in a camo kind of style. And yeah, I think it's a cool piece with Japanese title treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Stella, Blade Runner. I mean, what can't Tony Stella do? Just leave it at there. That.
I don't know. Have a little dance. Might do the dance that you can do.
Okay. But you don't want to say anything?
We'll move on to like the next one.
Okay. Tula Lotai. Mindhunter. Manhunter. Nicht Mindhunter. Manhunter. I'm sorry, I've wrote that wrong. But yeah, it's Manhunter from the movie from, what was it? 87 or something like that, from the 80s, the first Hannibal Lecter movie, where Hannibal Lecter is portrayed by Brian Cox.
Yeah, this one's approved.
This one's approved. There you have it, number 4. So we are already in the region of approvals by the people. Mr. Hobson. Okay.
I thought they said 6 to 9.
Yeah, 6 to 9. So in that range. What did I say? 5?
4. We're at 4.
Oh, wait, 4. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Clearly wrong here. Okay, next up is Black Dragon with Killian Eng, Forest Maze, 18 by 24. This edition, the regular edition of 125. And then we have the Forest Maze variant with an edition of 75. Very intricate and detailed style of the foliage forest. I'm just going to call it weirdness because it doesn't look like an actual forest, but like a space forest in that kind of sense, like an alien world. And yeah, turns out pretty cool. And I think this is going to come out today or tomorrow to actual release. I think there was a pre-sale before, but yeah, very cool piece.
Yep.
All right, next up, as we talked about the Kevin Wilson Star Wars set, we have to talk about the May the 4th other releases, the Mark Englert I Will Teach You to Protect Yourself 11 color screen print with a glow-in-the-dark layer for The Mandalorian Season 2. And yeah, typical style of Mark Englert, but I think it looks pretty cool with this planet scene and the bamboo. And I love that episode. It was a really good episode, and really like this piece. This is what's the timed edition?
I think it's like 500 and something, 520.
Yeah, could be. And then we also have some Pablo Oliveira to go along with this. First one, a 1mm PET, 18 by 24, 125 edition size piece for The Mandalorian. We got the little Grogu guy and the Mando shooting and scooting, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. But we also have a G-Clay version of that, so pretty dope piece. But Pablo, he knows how to draw.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Collections. Collection has a Black Sabbath piece by Massive Face is the name, and I like the style even though it's all very dark, all the things he does. It is 18 by 24. This is the sold out variant edition. Edition size is 25, and this is a screen print. And I like the style. I like this kind of monster-ish thing.
25.
What's that?
So only 25.
Yeah, I think they have two. The main edition is bigger. I think it's 200 or something like that, and the variant edition is only 25 always.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. I mean, it's sold out. So
pretty cool.
Good to go.
I like the name Massive Face.
Yeah. Check him out. He does some crazy, creepy style.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we got some cover art. Sean Longmore did a lot of stuff. First off is Dragons Forever, the Jackie Chan movie, and he did that cover for the Blu-ray media book release. And then we have 7% Solution, the 7% Solution movie, Sherlock Holmes meets Sigmund Freud. That's what people are saying here on the cover. And yeah, I think this turned out also quite well. And last but not least, the Tiger Cage 1-3 series. Is that Andy Lau, by the way? It looks like him, but I'm not sure. But yeah, Chinese cinema as well. And yeah, Sean Longmore knocked it out of the park with these 3 boxes. I think they're really good. Next up, Gray Matter art. James, you can always chime in. I didn't want to want you to not say anything anymore.
Let's knock it. Let's go.
Okay. Gray Matter art. Alex Savyuk did Spider-Man Adventures number 10, 16 by 24 G-Clay, edition size of 150. And yeah, this is very comic booky, and in this case, obviously, as you can see. And yep, not my taste, but people probably bought it. And yeah, moving over to Mark Pajarillo and Robert Jones, also Venom Finale number 3, 16 by 24, edition size also 150, and it's in the same vein of style, and yeah, gotta grab yours if you're a big comic fan, I guess. And last but not least is a 3-piece set, which you could have also bought individually. It's Iron Man 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Captain America Civil War. This is the Infinity Saga Part 4, the matching number set, 20 by 30, and edition size 125 each.
Yep.
Key Art Corner. Now you have to talk, James.
Welcome to Key Corner. A safe area for fans of key art. Yeah, do we need to put a warning up before the first one? It's kind of grim, but maybe not.
I mean, it's the official poster. What you gonna do?
Yeah, true. All right, Crimes of the Future, from David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Do you know about the topic? Like, what's it about? Or have you seen
No.
the teaser? Okay, the topic is basically Viggo Mortensen is kind of like a magician in the future, and he can regrow his organs, and they do live organ farming, like live shows, and then it grows back and stuff, and yeah, that's what it's
Interesting.
about, I guess.
Lovely stuff.
That's why you can see this C-section kind of scars and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little rope inside him. When I zoomed in, it looked like a little piece of string. I don't know.
Yeah, and he got some buttholes implanted on his stomach.
Yeah, as everyone wishes.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be grim.
But yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi official poster.
Obi Kenobi.
Obi, yeah, thought it was quite nicely done. To be honest, nothing incredible, but this thing like the overlay is done quite a lot, but I thought the placement was fairly well thought out.
Hits him in the heart.
Yeah, exactly. Sad tales. And then we've got character posters for Stranger Things, which came out by LA, and I thought these were really good as well. So there's like a whole set of these, and yeah, the finish is really, really good on those. They kind of look painted, but kind of not. Yeah, interesting. I thought they were good. And then Westworld.
I'm excited for that.
Oh, I gave up after the second season.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is a really good poster for this.
I like this.
I like this too.
Okay, next up we have Mad Dog posters, and San Jose is doing RoboCop, and
Oh, I approved that last one. I should approve the Westworld.
okay, then let's approve this and get number 5 out of the way here. And yeah, moving over to Mad Dog posters, and we got a regular version of RoboCop. Edition is 24 by 36, size of edition run of 200, and it's on metallic paper. Then we have a battle damage variant, which is my favorite of the three. All of them are, by the way, screen printed. This is also on metallic paper and a run of 150. And last but not least, we have the armored version, which is on brushed silver foil and a run of 87. The brushed silver foil could make a difference here, but I would have to see that in person. And 87, obviously, for the year of the release.
Yeah, battle damage is the best one for me, and I definitely approve that.
Battle damage. There you go.
Hobson approved.
Number 6. People were right, James. And let's move over to Mondo. And Mondo has really got also the liking of some database layout stuff, which is for the Mandalorian here. This is called Database 001. So there is going to be a series, and this is by Phantom City Creative, edition of 320 and a size of 24 by 36. So it's a really, really big boy. And their variant that goes along with this one is pretty cool as well. This has obviously a smaller edition size of 145, and yeah, this one goes along the lines the works of Kevin Tong, who did the C-3PO and R2 in this kind of explosion style blueprint drawing. And yeah, this one is also really cool. I really enjoy this one.
Yeah, Ned and Mactari did that kind of like exploded as well.
Yeah, Slave One people, make it hashtag Nada needs to make another Slave One. maybe we get some other companies who have this license to actually make it, I guess.
Yeah, I think it would do well.
Yep, indeed. All right, then 2 more posters. Another one by Phantom City Creative is their It poster. I think that was this official one. It just seems so familiar. This is an edition of 170, printed by Lady Lazarus, 24 by 36. No? Do you remember?
I don't know. There's so many It posters. They all blur into one for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And last but not least from Mondo is Timothy Petidis for Twins of Evil, Peter Cushing movie. And that is 18 by 24, edition size of 150, printed also by Lady Lazarus. And yeah, I think this style is really interesting, especially since it's like kind of like the perspective is so flat. And yeah, colors are crazy 80s style. Interesting. Yep. Next up is Sideshow. You want to do Sideshow or should I?
I'll use my vocal cords. Dolly produced a Galactus print in addition of 350. It's 18 by 24, and it's a G-Clay. This is superb.
Yep, but there's
This
also
is
a variant, people. Bam! This is the
There it
variant.
is.
Also the same edition size and so on and so on. And which one is your favorite?
The first one.
The first one?
Yeah.
I cannot make up my mind. I think I like the variant better.
You're wrong there, aren't you? So.
Thank you. Are you approving this or not?
So pissed off today.
What's it?
Seems so pissed off.
I'm not pissed off. I'm cool. This is people. This is when mommy and daddy are fighting.
Oh,
no, I'm actually pretty good. I just want to save the time for the people. We've been in here for 45 minutes already. So James, that's what you know.
There's not many to go now.
Yeah, I know. There's not that many to go. So.
All right.
It's just in a rush mode. It's not. I'm not pissed.
Jason, come on. There's no time, Tom. Jason never.
Don't poke fun at me now.
The butcher from that film with the chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw Man. There were 400 of these, and they were 24 by 18.
That's the actual.
14.
Yeah, that's the actual size, but just the artwork is 20 by 14.
Gotcha. So your paper size is 24 by 18.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's G-Clay. And then you've got Thomas Kincaid,
Yeah, probably.
and Monte Moore.
Getting schooled.
Getting schooled in the Star Wars universe.
In the Star Wars school.
Yeah. I like that scene from the series. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
I think it's interesting, but I wonder, is that the blackboard supposed to be? Like that's on top? Or
Yeah, it's supposed to be like looking through that blackboard, that digital blackboard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might have been good to have like a bit of have a variant with like a blue overlay.
Yeah.
So it was like properly looking through and everything was tinged blue.
Mm-hmm. I totally get what you're saying. Looks more like those.
Had like Grogu with his really bright like cookie, and the cookie was just really standing out. That would have been fun.
Yeah, the glow in the dark cookie.
Yeah, the walnut cookie.
Indeed. All right. That's it for Sideshow. We're moving over to Spoke Art, and Spoke Art has released a very cool piece for Star Wars Day. Joshua Budik's Ahsoka Tano 8-color foil screen print, and there are 4 different versions. Each are 25. Rainbow, Cosmos, and Lava, and Dots. That's like based on the foil that it is printed on. So you can see a couple differences in the back. You can see the Cosmos here. You got a couple planets in the lightsaber as well. So that's really interesting. And yeah, I think all the details and the Tengu mask, the Tengu Darth Maul mask, and the look of Ahsoka and the buttons and patches, I think that's really cool what he did there. And this is definitely one of my favorite pieces of the week.
100%. I agree, Tom. I agree. This is a lot of fun.
Are you getting out your stamp or not?
I am stamping that. Approved. Approved.
Okay.
Yeah, really, really like that. I would love to own that.
Me too.
But I live in Britain.
What's that?
I live in the UK, so.
Yeah, I know. I could have gotten it, but I'm still hoping that they might have one at New York Comic Con because something's happening there.
Something's happening at a Comic Con?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, next up is a timed edition that is running until the 16th, so you still have time to pick this. A beautiful Scott C, the tasting of it. Peacemaker, Peace Up. And this is 16 by 20, and I think this is a really cool piece. I really like this one because the dance scene is very iconic. I like the show a lot. And yeah, this is something you might be interested in.
Yep. Good stuff, again, from Scott C.
Indeed.
Always makes you smile, doesn't he?
He does. And yeah, last but not least, we have also a little bit of a preview. And this is going to release on the 12th here. This is the Batman 89 print by Mr. Flory. And yeah, this is the regular edition, which I think was timed. I forgot to write down the edition size for the others. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think this one was timed. And I don't know if that's my favorite, but I really like this a lot. And I think Flory did, as you will see in a second here, a bunch of different changes to its style. This one is the variant with the total different title treatment and basically no frame. And then last but not least, we have the yellow border around it. And yeah, what are your thoughts here, James?
Well, I kind of love these just because it shows the difference graphic design can make. So yeah, like a slight change in color overlay and border and typography, and you get three completely different moods. Which one's my favorite? I still haven't decided.
Okay, but then I can tell, you can think about it for a second, and I can say the edition sizes and stuff like that. By the way, it's all 24 by 36. And yeah, the first one we showed, the regular, is the timed edition, as I said. Then the first variant is an edition of 175. And the last variant, it's called the trading card variant. It's called, edition size is 125. This one here. Pretty cool. I think that's a cool idea, like keeping the trading card style.
Yeah, that's good. It'd be good if they had put a little trading card version in. With
like those little
the Joker. Matt put in little Joker cards with some of the Batman prints.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's cool. I think we talked about it behind the scenes, but I'm not sure.
Secrets.
But yeah. So, did you make a decision?
No.
No? Okay. Is this approved in some sort of sense or not?
I don't know which one.
You can approve them all.
No, it's not going to get an approval because Flory's already had one this week.
Well.
I think I quite like the regular.
Yeah, me too. I think that's my favorite as well.
Yeah.
Approved or not?
No, it's not approved because he's already had one.
Okay, so James is not doing double approvals here, but
that's part of the rules.
But it got my approval. Really great piece. So shout out to Flory, and yeah, this is it for this week's show, and we are gonna see you next week. I hope we didn't bore you with our almost hour-long babble on and my strangeness being super negative on the movie, and yeah, chime in.
It's totally fine to be negative on a movie you don't like. So.
Yeah, I could be more objective though.
Don't worry about it, man. It's a film.
I try to be objective though.
That's kind of my issue. Is people are so passionately pointing out the flaws. It's oh, get over it. It's a film you didn't like. Move on. That's what I.
But think. As I'm doing film critic stuff, I have to point out stuff. Obviously.
Sure. I get that. Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like about pointing out stuff. It's more like, hey, I have seen this. Would you say it's the same? Would you say it's totally different? What perspective do you have on this matter? But since it's not like a movie critic podcast here, that's why I wanted to move on from the subject. But
Well, I don't know.
obviously, I'm always up to talking movies with people.
Yeah. Well, it's movie posters, isn't it? So you can talk about a movie.
Indeed. Indeed.
Afraid.
I know. I saw that. Mr. Freeze. They call you Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
All right, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the new design. I hope you enjoyed our little talk. A little bit different today. And yeah, pick up the pieces that are still available and that you can even, because they have a release date in the future. And we will see you in 2 weeks again. So peace out.
Peace out.